friends, welcome back to my channel. I thought it would be time for us to do a Bath & Body Works trash talk. I have quite a few items that I have piled up and some items that we don't typically get to see in these trash talks, so we'll go ahead and start. The first things I have are some wax items. First up is my Bath & Body Works Hot Cocoa and Cream. I have been going on like a kick. I really just love the scent of this first and foremost. Two, it produces a scent within like 5 minutes of being lit, and then it has a really like beautiful burn, hardly any sooting, burns all the way down. I was about to pull out another one of these and I only have one more. So I thought I would go ahead and try using up some wax to see if I would be able to find a dupe for this and be able to have it more consistent, because again, I didn't ever buy anything else other than the first round of this that came out. And I'm a little skeptical about previous rounds, especially with like the past year of candles. So I'm holding off on it, and I have actually been doing some melting, and I decided to pull out the wax version of this. So I picked this up during the semi-annual sale because I really do like this scent, and I figured that wax would be like a really good go-to. It wouldn't necessarily have the burn problems. Now, these things are pretty pricey in the wax world. They're $4.50, and even when they were, I think they were only half off, but I still grabbed one. So we're talking $2.25. That's still pricey for what you get for wax, because I actually put the whole thing in at once. It technically is kind of separated into 4 different cubes, but to be honest, I have found that the scent isn't long-lasting and powerful enough to do it cube by cube. So I literally put the whole thing in, and while the scent was spot on, exact, and really, really nice, it died super fast. So I've heard a rumor going around that they are clearancing these out and getting rid of these, and they're either going to not do wax melts anymore, or they're going to reformulate them and put them back out. Personally, I feel like even though, yes, there are a lot of other candle companies, there's still a big draw and loyalty to Bath & Body Works candles, but the wax world is so competitive, and you can get so much wax for the same price, and they have a lot better performance, and there's just more variety. And so I feel like unless they really improve the formula and either keep the price the same but really increase the amount of wax you get, or lower the price, they're never going to find themselves being that competitive with the wax world. But I did like this minus the fact that it didn't last very long. The other candle that I have is Peppered Plum. I don't remember when exactly I picked this up. It may have been during Candle Day, but oh, this is so good. This has saffron, spice, sweet plum, and black peppercorn. And at first I was nervous that it would have too much of a peppery note, but it was very refreshing after coming off of my heavy balsam fir moment that I was having and a lot of those like really spicy winter candles. This had some like wax business on the side here, but as you can see, it burned pretty low to the ground. I didn't see a lot of issues with performance. Again, the wicks got a little bit small, but I've noticed sometimes when I get puny wicks, it doesn't necessarily stop the scent from being thrown around the room, and that was the case with this one. So I can forgive the puny wicks because frankly, it makes the candle last a little bit longer. The only time I don't like it is when obviously it's a small wick and you're not getting much of a scent off of it, but this was really delicious. It's a unique scent, and I'm happy to have seen that and to have seen decent performance with it. So surprisingly, a good round of wax for Bath & Body Works. I don't always feel like I'm that successful lately when I pull up candles. The next 2 things I have are hand soaps. I have the Iced Eucalyptus Gentle Foaming Hand Soap, and I have the Winter Cypress. First off, the packaging on these, the pictures, I think are just really pretty for this type of year, and I really liked both of the scents of these. I do not typically like their straight eucalyptus scent. I'm not a big eucalyptus person, but the combination that they put in here, I think they said the scent notes were fresh snow, winter musk, and eucalyptus, and together it just was a really heavenly scent. I have been looking more into their eucalyptus combos lately because I feel like I like those better than just straight eucalyptus scents. The other thing with Winter Cypress, this had winter mint, rosemary, and cypress mixed into it. This to me basically was like a sweeter, less spicier version of their winter candle, and I really liked that. It was very pleasant. I just have been liking this line a lot, and I'm glad I picked a bunch of them up during the winter time when it was like the $2.95 or $2 hand soap day, whatever that was, because I found some really good scents out of there, and I've pulled out yet another one from this collection. I have a shower gel. This is the one that I finished up during my Finish 14 by Valentine's Day. It's the Pumpkin Apple Cider. This was magical. This is exactly what I would want cider, apple, body care to smell like. It didn't smell too sweet or too spicy. Like, I don't know what kind of magic they put in here, but I found this scent to be so refreshing and my skin would smell like it. I just really, really liked it. I don't have anything else from this scent, but if they ever bring it back, I will definitely pick up another one of these, probably in a lotion as well, because I really, really like the scent of them. And you guys know it has to be a very big deal for me to say I want to buy a lotion in it because I have so many lotions. Speaking of lotions, I pulled out my Beach Nights 24-Hour Moisture Ultra Shea Body Cream. As per usual, I cut it open because I never seem to be able to get like the last fourth of the lotion out of here. This is a really basic scent, but I was looking for something just nice, relaxing. I really like this stuff and I'm glad I had it. I think I also have it in a body wash and I'll probably save that for the summer so that I can have a nice summer vanilla scent. Very basic, but very enjoyable. Okay, the next two things I have are things that you don't see very often in my trash talks. The first is a hand cream. This is the Pumpkin Cupcake Nourishing Hand Cream in the older packaging. I'm not a super big hand cream person. I do get really dry hands, so you would think that I would have more hand creams in my life, but I don't. This I kept at my desk at school and I would apply it. My only issue with this is that while it was very moisturizing and it basically smelled like vanilla frosting and everyone could smell it whenever I'd put it on, it didn't absorb very quickly into my hands. So literally I would put some on like while students would be doing like their warm-up to start the class period, and then like as we would go to debrief on it and I would like go to open like a pen cap or an expo marker cap, I like couldn't do it and I would always forget about that. So even though it was moisturizing and it did feel really nice on my hands, it definitely left like a greasy residue that takes a while for your hands to not have anymore so that you can be able to like go about your life. So even though I like this, I don't know if I would seek it out necessarily again because I don't need residue in my life. The very last thing that I have is actually a really like monumental empty for me, and that is the Pink Lemonade Fizz Fragrance Mist. For those of you that have been following my hoarding closet progress for a few years at this point, know that when I first started tracking my closet, fine fragrance mists were a huge problem for me because I had found that I didn't really use them anymore, even though I like had a bunch that I had amassed. I just felt like I wanted to switch over to perfume, whereas before I was only wearing fine fragrances, but they aren't super long lasting for me. And thanks to the lovely world that is YouTube, many of you guys told me to use them as car fresheners and as air fresheners in my apartment and house and everything. So I did that, but it's literally taken me 3 years to go through all of them. And so I finally have finished this one up. I was intentionally saving this one for last because I freaking love this scent. I definitely missed out on this when it came into its regular collection. I think this was maybe 2 or 3 summers ago it came out. They brought it back during winter semi-annual sale the following winter after that summer, and that's when I found it, but I could only find this in a fine fragrance mist. Again, if this ever comes out, the Pink Lemonade Fizz or this collection in general, I definitely would probably pick up quite a few items from the line in body washes because it is such a wonderful scent. I have found that as I've been going through my collection, I really love any variation of lemonade scents for body care that Bath & Body Works puts out. They just do a really good job combining lemonade with certain things, like the lemonade cotton that they had that was so good. This is so good. There's one more lemonade scent that I can't think of that I also really, really have enjoyed. So we're ending this trash talk on a huge high note because literally when I do my next hoarding closet update at the end of March, I will be removing fragrance mists from the overall collection spreadsheet, which is just really exciting for me. I know it doesn't necessarily sound like that big of a deal, but it's one of those small victories that have really helped prove to me that keeping track of my hoarding closet, while somewhat embarrassing and also like a little ridiculous, has really helped keep me motivated and keep me on track for using products up like this one. All right, guys, that is it for me. If you have been using up any Bath & Body Works products, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to chat with you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next video real soon. Bye.